discovery for New Line Electronics in Making Out.
You letting us go?
You're joking, aren't you? Don't let criminals like you loose without a length of chain.
Where are we off then?
You've got a visitor.
Oh, aye.
A lady ship playing a social call.
Oh, dog shit.
Seems less than shapey about something, though.
Aye, I bet.
Don't tell me about it more of this bloody junk to sell to them dead buggers.
It is not junk. It is ozone-friendly, CFC-free, fully biodegradable oven cleaners. And it is what the environment-conscious person is turning to nowadays.
Well, you want to mind they don't turn on you with a length of bloody leather. Well, you might find the only biodegraded thing is your bloody arse. Come on! Come on!
Shouting, Frankie!
There we are. Back to bloody work again. Oh, dust and grime again. Dust and grime, love. Dust and grime.
You love it, you bloody love it.
I don't.
Get money, darling.
All right, love.
What comedian stuck a 500 quid deposit on that miserable friggin' mong of yours?
How much?
You hear, pal, 500 quid. Now, where do you think I'm going to get me mitts on that type of loot?
Well, ain't you got a few box stashed away somewhere?
Of course! I'm shipping over friggin' watches of the stuff at home.
Yeah, but you got to get it sorted out for us, otherwise...
Am I?
Well, I could be stuck in here till the other side of Christmas.
That's right, pal. And I'm wondering if that's not the best present Santa's ever friggin' slung up. He's all yours, pal. I can't afford it.
Now, trust you, this bloody car, right?
I can't drive.
Now, mind you tell that garage there's fucking carburetor. You think you can remember that?
I'm not completely senile, Frankie.
I know, but your mind's that full of organic bog rolls and limp three-fish fingers, I doubt you got out between your ears apart from recycled bloody lentils. Morning, Maureen.
Good morning, Mrs. Shepherd. I hope we've not been keeping our Frankie up too late for you. Well, you know this union meeting scare.
I can manage Thursday, Friday, Tuesday week and Thursday week. Do we know about venues yet? I take it the key word is modest. Flowers don't strike me as entirely appropriate. Oh, well, I'll leave all the frills to you.
Look, Dad, when the time comes, I prefer to make the funeral arrangements myself.
No, Stella. You've got enough on your plate for the time being. Barbara, is there any tea left in that pot?
When's Daddy coming back, Nana?
Daddy's gone away on holiday, love. He may be away for a wee while.
I've tried to tell them he won't be coming back.
I don't think that's necessary, Stella. I don't think children want to hear that kind of talk.
You weren't thinking of going all religious, were you? I wouldn't have thought it was in keeping.
I'd like a church service, yes.
Oh, just as you prefer. Only, do you not think it might look a wee bit hypocritical?
I thought the paper did a very nice piece.
I did believe in something.
Oh, I did. The great God #1.
Very sensitive, I thought. Very discreet.
Barbara, you'd have to be discreet about a bloke that drives into a lake with 5 pints of whiskey in him.
We'll have a proper service.
Best day's work he's ever done. He might actually be worth something for a change.
How much longer have we got?
I'm sure a minute's silence would be much appreciated by our late employer.
Not half as much as 2 weeks' wages would be appreciated by his late employee standing here.
All in good time, Queenie. Let's not let petty details mar our little tribute. Right. Would anyone care to say a few words?
Oh, give over, Bernie. Who do you think it is? The Pope?
With all due respect, Pauline.
Save it, don't. He never lashed us none, so speak yourself the bother.
Is that the general feeling?
He hasn't done us any favours lately, has he?
So what we're supposed to do now, then?
Well, your guess is as good as mine.
Well, it always has been, Bernie, but it never stopped you getting paid twice as much for it.
Not a brilliant piece of timing, was it?
Oh, don't you believe it, love? How else do you get away with dragging this company up past its arse in debt and dumping us without knowing where our next week's wage is coming from?
Well, I'm sorry, girls. I can't help you because I'm running my own personal tragedy. Like, where do I get my mitts on 500 quid bail for that friggin' villain of a mate of mine?
What's going on, Norma?
You'll be told the moment there's any news. For the time being, I've a lot to sort out, and I'd appreciate a little patience and cooperation.
Yeah, but, what about the jobs?
I'm not in a position to say anymore. You can rest assured you'll not be kept waiting longer than necessary.
Isn't Mrs. Buckley coming in?
Mrs. Buckley's in a state of shock. Naturally, she won't be in a position to deal with this side of things for some time.
I feel sorry for the poor bitch, trying to wipe up all the mess he's left behind.
I believe there's a lot to sort out. He left a few things up in the air.
I bet he did.
Be in the office.
Are we meant to sit here gawping at each other for the rest of the week?
I'm sorry.
We've run out of stock.
And, orders.
Good morning. I hope you'll bear with us over the next few days. I know it's difficult with all the uncertainty, but we should have something concrete within the next few weeks. Norman, Bernie, if you'd like to come to the office, all of you can take the rest of the week off with full pay. We'll be in touch as soon as we know anything.
That's good of us, isn't it?
Yeah, sort of with pay.
I think it's splendid of you to come in, love, Mrs. Buckley. Under the circumstances, I'm sure I speak for all of us, eh, no?
I think it's quite unnecessary, to be honest. Putting yourself to needless bother.
Thank you.
Needless, you think, Norma, to try to ascertain exactly what kind of shambles this company's in?
Oh, with all due respect, shambles. I think that's going it a bit strong.
If this is shambles, I think it'll be quite clear where the blame lies. My handling of the business was all above board and accurate to a fault.
Oh, I don't think Mrs. Buckley meant to doubt your abilities, Norma.
I think it's a pity you didn't think to inform me the moment things took a serious turn.
I didn't feel it was my place to intrude in domestic matters.
That poor woman, what must she be going through?
Well, you can call this wise after the event, but I never did trust him. There was always something underhand about him. Perhaps I shouldn't be saying this, but... well, he did have quite a thing about me at one time.
He never.
Oh, aye. This time last year, it got quite embarrassing. I thought I was going to have to tell our Frankie in the end.
You never.
No, not in the end, no. I put him in his place once and for all. I said, Rex, I am a married woman, Rex. I said, I'm devoted to my husband. I suppose you think it's flattering a man of your age and status making God knows what suggestions. It is not, Rex. It is sheer impudence. I wonder what sort of a woman you think you're dealing with.
And what did he say?
Well, what could he say? He were very cut up, very distraught. I've an idea he started casting about for consolation elsewhere, but not one to make aspersions.
Mr. Buckley was never a one to encourage plain speaking.
Now, steady on, Norma. I think I can safely say Mr. Buckley was highly respected in the business. I know for a fact he left behind him a great depth of feeling on the shop floor.
Mostly connected with his inability to treat people properly or pay their wages on time.
No, I'm sorry. I do think that's a bit out of order.
I found your loyalty very illuminating.
Mr. Buckley wasn't the type to inspire loyalty. Especially when you got to know his working methods.
All right, I want to say right away, Mrs. Buckley, that I do think Norma's quite upset and obviously not in complete control of herself.
You, on the other hand, would naturally incline to the more open and frank approach.
I've always found it the most effective way, yeah.
Fine. If I can be equally blunt, this company appears to be in very serious trouble. I think you'll appreciate the need to get matters sorted out as quickly as possible. It's not particularly easy for any of us. But if I could have all your records and accounts first thing in the morning.
You can see them now, Mrs. Buckley. I've kept everything logged and up to date.
Well, thank you, Norma. As you've probably noticed, I have one or two other things in my mind at the moment. First thing in the morning, I'll be fine.
Is there anything I can do, Mrs. Buckley?
Thank you, Bernie. But I think we all need some time for this to sink in. If I could rely on you and Norma to hold the fort meantime, until we come to some kind of permanent arrangement. Thank you, Bernie. I'll be in touch.
Right.
You see much of your Ray these days?
Oh, yeah, quite regular. Sees the kids twice a week, every other weekend.
And how'd you find her?
Oh, well, she's, I think I know what Ray sees in her.
No, I. Young.
Very.
Leggy.
Armpits.
Blonde. Face like a Barbie doll. Brains that fell out of a packet of cornflakes.
How do you guess?
Oh, I know the type of old love. Coffee. 2 coffees, please, love.
Do you?
Oh, aye. There's a fair few of them tried flinging themselves at our Frank.
Really?
Oh, aye. He's reckoned to be a very desirable specimen. We had one recently. Kept ringing him up. Made out it was on union business. But I wasn't born yesterday, was I? Same type, exactly. Intellect stuffed inside a cleavage.
Oh, makes you sick in there.
Well, they might be very flashy to look at, but they're not built to last, are they?
Oh, thanks, love.
There's one nippy young madam at the moment. Wants a good seeing to. Work secretary, she calls herself. I wouldn't be surprised if she does nothing but paint a great gob on and sits there looking decorative.
I'm here thinking. I ought to sort myself out one of these days.
How do you mean, love?
Well, we're none of us as young as we like to be, are we, eh? I mean, you know what it's like? You're squinting in the mirror one morning and you notice you've started to sag at the edges. I thought I'd maybe take a few keep fit classes. But we can't let old age creep up on us, can we, eh?
No. Hey, I might join you then. I mean, if you fancy a bit of company.
Would you? Anything to save us being the only sucker sponge on the floor.
Oh. How about tonight, then?
Tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I suppose we better make a start sometime.
Right, then. Get them leotards aired.
You know, I didn't really enjoy it.
Me neither. I much prefer a green salad.
Thank you for coming. Call it curiosity. Would you like to come in? Thank you. Can I get you anything?
No, no, thank you. I'm fine.
Good. I hope you won't be offended. I just felt I needed to know where I stood. How serious it was with you.
What counts as serious? Sex?
Is that all it was?
For him or for me?
Did he ever say he loved you?
Never. You surprised? Seemed to me he never used words he didn't understand in case it got him into trouble. I'm sure you knew the syndrome.
Yes, it's very familiar. Did he ever talk about me?
Now and then.
What kind of things did he say?
You know him. Economical with the truth.
I see.
Do you miss him?
I don't know. Do you?
I did.
Was it you? The night before he died? Did he come to you?
Oh, yes. Where else would he go? What's the expression? What was good for a quick screw? Hmm?
The daft thing is, I thought it mattered. Really thought it mattered. But in the end, why does it? We were all as bad. We all knew. We all kept going.
Well, you've not exactly picked a prime moment, Queen, what with all the expenses incurred over the baby and us moving house and that.
Oh, go on, lad. I wouldn't be sitting here now if it wasn't an emergency. And just imagine if the situation was reversed.
I can't quite imagine that, to be honest, Queenie.
And if you forgot the favour he did you last year at the wedding.
He did us.
Don't you remember it all? Giving you a lift and that.
Oh, yeah.
I always think if you can't help a friend out now and again, who can you help?
Well, I'm touched to think you consider us your friends, Queenie.
What, doll? Me and that girl there, we've always been like that. Haven't we, love?
More or less.
And it's not as if you've got to cough up now. Hold your heart as Gavin told in case he does one. Which, of course, he won't.
No. And what exactly were they asking?
Only 500 quid. You make yourself laugh, I'm going to tell you. I nearly didn't ask you. I nearly get me best judgment, but then I thought, what are you like, girl? Real mates that never see a girl worried rigid for the ones for piddling 500 quid. Real mates would never forgive you for not giving them a chance to prove what being mates is all about. And then I thought to myself, who do I know that'd help a girl out of a tight corner? Donna and Gordon, I thought of you right away.
Thank you.
Mrs. Buckley.
That's right.
I'm Natalie.
Sorry?
Natalie. Saw the paper. Been expecting for 2 days.
Sorry?
Natalie, I'm as... Nobody must have told you. He said he told you all about us.
Who?
Rex.
What was he meant to have told me?
And everything. About me and him and what we'd planned. He must have told you about Rachel.
Rachel?
The baby. And the flat. And the divorce and us getting married. You are Mrs. Rex Buckley, aren't you?
I think you better come in.
It's a lovely house.
Thank you. Would you like to call? This is Carol Mee. I think you better do your own introduction. I'll just go and put the kettle on.
What I'm looking for is more distributors, more perfectly matched couples like yourselves who can rise to the challenge and the responsibility and at the same time create the sort of pollution-free environment that we all want our kids to enjoy.
Oh, I think we already do our bit to make the world a better place, don't we, Bernard? We do give to the donkey sanctuary, you know.
Oh, and a marvellous cause it is, too. Only we're talking about the wider issues here, aren't we?
Are we?
Well, we're talking, for instance, about providing the kind of fresh air and unpolluted waters that the little souls have got to live off.
Oh, I do beg your pardon. I rather got the impression we were talking about the kind of cash we were providing for your pocket in the form of distributors' commission.
Naturally, one hopes for some recompense, though the cause in itself is worthy enough.
Since we moved in here, I'm fed up with looking at the scrubbers, you know, it's
disgusting, isn't it?
I'd be happy to take a couple of jars of that denture soak off your hands.
And I couldn't recommend it too highly. Hey, you all have them peggies gleaming like polished ivory.
Oh, they're not for me.
That'll do, Bernard. I think we'd better be making a move.
Right.
Much obliged for your demonstration, Mrs. Smethurst. We'll let you know if there's out we need.
Well, that'll be a £5, eh?
All right.
Oh, and don't forget your free gift. Unscented, additive and colour-free recycled tissues.
Thank you, Pauline, love. Very much obliged.
Thanks, Bernie. I'll just get your coats then.
Please, actually, let the door open. Come in. What the bloody hell are you doing here?
Well, they've given us the week off work. What are you on for?
Well, no more I get stirring up on my own doorstep, is there? Unless you've got some extra mural lined up while I'm out. Oh! Who's this bloody woofhead you got stashed away for yourself?
This is Bernie from work. He's come about me products.
That's a good name for him.
And what might you be planning with Madam there?
Oh, give your gob a rest, Pauline. You know more, he works secretary. We've just popped back to sort out the minutes of the last meeting.
I see.
Come through here, Chuck. Oh, not another one. What have you been up to, bloody white swat?
I beg your pardon.
Pleasure.
I think we'd best off. We've other calls to make. Nice to see you again, Mr. Smithurst.
I'll just see you at the door, Bernie.
Right,
I'm very sorry about this interruption.
I've
No
no
idea.
bloody chewing and going. Pauline, stick that kettle on and knock up some butchers, will ya? Right, where were we? Albert Jones, Fred Jones.
Sugar.
Oh, no, thanks, love. I'm watching me figure.
Oh, very nice it is.
No, I sent him a letter.
Good.
Can I ask how long you've been together?
Here last Christmas. I was on a promotion stand at the National Exhibition Centre.
And I thought he'd taken you.
Snap. He asked us for a drink and it all went from there. But I didn't know. He never said he was married till I was... till Rachel was... I know what you're thinking. But I'm not like that. I don't go out with married men. You ask anyone.
Did I hear you mention a flat?
Yeah. There's the flat. And the car. Would have paid, you know. I've always worked. But he was dead set he didn't want me working. He said he wanted to look after us. So he paid for everything. Mortgage, bills, car payments.
Where's Rachel?
She's at my ma's. I didn't think it was the right thing. Turning up on the doorstep with her. Thing is, I don't know what to do. He says the flat's in my name, but I don't know that. I don't even know if I want it. I feel like a kept tart. Like he's just bought us for himself. But I've got to have somewhere for Rachel.
Can I suggest... Is there a will?
There must be.
Might be an idea to see what arrangements if it...
Yes, I think I better.
I'm sorry. I know what you're thinking. He never told me. He said he loved me. He said he wanted me to keep the baby. He just never told me.
That he was otherwise engaged, eh?
Would anyone like a drink?
I don't drink.
Maybe now would be a good time to start.
Nice setting to bring a child into.
I'll be back tomorrow.
Hello, love. You're looking well.
I should think so too. If she doesn't look well now, she never will.
Come through, thank you.
Hey, it's a nice looking house you've got here, isn't it, eh? This is lovely.
Mind how you go. The baby coming early left us at 6s and 7s.
Hello, all right, young cupids.
Hiya.
Hello.
Hiya. Hello there.
Hello, Gordon.
Gordon won't be long. He's making the tea.
Well, love, you've got what every woman dreams of. You must be thrilled.
Oh, yes. Thrilled. Really. Do you need any help, love?
Oh, no problem at all, love. Just you sit back and relax. Milk or lemon?
Milk.
Why don't I do that?
It's a very interesting contraption you got there, Gordon.
Yes, well, you see, Donna and I believe in providing Jessica with the kind of total security only possible when she's in permanent physical contact with her parents, don't we, Donna?
What, you mean you carry it around your neck all the time?
That's right.
How long for?
Well, we've no set time, have we, Donna? We want to listen to Jessica's needs and take our cue from her.
Yes,
You see, we believe very strongly that we don't want to impose our views on her. We see it as an individual, her own person. And we don't want her simply to become a pawn to our convenience. Do we, Donna?
No. When we were younger, you stuck baby in pram and put it under a tree no matter what the weather. A good cry never harmed anyone. It exercises the lungs.
Well, I'm afraid Donna and I don't agree with that view, Nancy. We believe that a baby's cry is its only way of expressing itself. And that as responsible, caring parents, we have a duty to respond to that expression. Oh, whoops. Time for a quick change. My turn, Donna, I think. Get up. There we are. Come on. Out you come. Donna and I feel that we want to involve Jessica, not exclude her. Take now, for instance, we don't want her to think that there's anything wrong with passing stools. We want her to be perfectly natural, everyday function with none of those negative feelings of guilt and shame attached.
Don't it make you feel sick scrubbing its bum out like that?
Well, I think Donna and I look on all this as a part of the package, don't we, Donna? And it's reassuring to know that Jessica's functioning properly. And of course, the wonderful thing about breastfed babies is that they never produce offensive-smelling nappies.
Battenberg for anyone?
Yes. Yes, please.
So it's all up in the air at work then?
Oh, well, Mrs. Buckley says we'll have heard by the end of the week.
Let's hope so, eh?
Do you think you'll be back at work, Donna?
Oh, well...
I think we want to play it a bit by ear, don't we, Donna? I think it's all down to how positively Jessica reacts to the idea. There we are. Time for a quick snack, I think, Donna.
So, how are things at work these days?
We can't stop too long,
Perhaps I will
Bernard.
have another slice of cake after all. Excuse me.
Do you know, you won't believe this, but... Well, it's nigh impossible to breastfeed in public without some narrow-minded busybody coming over and telling you to keep breasts in their proper place. Can you credit that? To our mind, that's just where a breast does belong, in a baby's mouth. Not bulging out all over page 3. I've never seen the fascination myself. Do you find that sort of thing titillating, Bernie?
No, not at all, not at all.
We can't be stopping too long, Bernard. With that freezer to defrost, you know.
Have we the freezer? Oh, yeah, that's right, the freezer. That's right.
Oh, before you go, Donna and I were wondering whether you wouldn't agree to be godparents at Jessica's christening next month.
Oh, well.
Now, we know it's unusual to have 2 godfathers, but considering as how you did give Rand into the world, we thought it'd be fitting if you kept up the good work on an official basis.
Well, I'm honoured. Really, very honoured.
I mean, what do you have to do? I mean, I can't make no speeches.
All you have to do is promise to set her a good example and be there if she ever needs you.
A few bits of silver on a birthday wouldn't go amiss, I dare say.
Silver is entirely discretionary.
And, might one ask who's being godmother, then?
We thought we might ask Queenie.
Down the stairs and straight ahead.
Excuse me. I think I'm gonna be...
What was all that about?
She's not used to drinking.
I see. Say night-night to Mummy.
Night-night, Mummy.
Night-night, darling. Night-night, Danny. Thanks, Mum.
Stella, do you really think it's a done thing to be socialising at a time like this?
I don't know what the done thing is anymore, Mum. I'm sorry I haven't introduced you. Carol, me, my mum.
How do you do? Pleased to meet you.
One of my husband's mistresses.
I beg your pardon?
As is Natalie. But unfortunately, she's wilted under the strain.
What's this? What's this coming?
No, Dad, it's a malt tasting.
Shall we get Grandad to read us a story?
Right, on you go then, on you go. Save one for me.
Do you know, I feel dead chuffed being made a godfather. I couldn't think of nothing nicer, except being a dad.
Oh, what?
I hope when my turn comes, I'll take to it like Gordon. He was just so dead sensitive, wasn't he?
Give over, will you? You're making me puke.
I could be dead sensitive and all, you know. I am dead sensitive when the mood takes us.
Why? We'll get taking something for it then. The minute you start acting soft as that wet arse back there, you can kiss her out ever getting a ruby cluster on my middle finger.
Ruby cluster? Is that what you'd like?
Oh, give over asking us, will you? I can't be doing with it. It's just you, innit? Looking for ways to get me behind a sink like I haven't had it up to here already with scrubbing.
No, I'd be like Gordon. I'd do it all for you.
Pack it in, will you? I don't want all that palaver. I just want...
What?
Not to go from belonging to one person straight to belonging to another. Just want to belong to myself for a bit.
You're talking broken biscuits to you sometimes. I mean, what's wrong with belonging, eh? At least you've always got company.
I like my own company. It's not that I don't like you.
What then?
I just don't want to get leashed up too early, that's all. Look, if I ever want to get engaged, I'm going to let you know. How's that?
So then, I suppose that means we can't, you know, like, do it.
Do it? Shh. I am not doing it if I don't feel like doing it. Just to wipe a smirk across your grid. I've other priorities. You'll have to wait till I've got my exams finished.
Hey, I can have my pick, you know. There's girls in our street falling over themselves to get at me.
So?
So, I'm just saying, I could have my pick.
Well, why don't you then?
Oh, God. I'm friggin' knackered.
I'm about to have a cardiac explosion.
Well, it must be doing us good then. Oh.
Sorry. Must have had a bit too much. We better get you home safely. It's odd. I haven't wanted to pull anybody's hair out.
You will.
I don't know. I mean, I keep thinking, was it worth all the aggro? Is he really that good?
Not that good, no. Just good enough, given the lack of a decent opposition.
This is beginners, isn't it? It bloody better be. Oh, come on, don't you stop that. Right. Get yourself, bugger. This one.
Oh, sorry. Good evening, ladies. Nice to see so many of you gluttons for punishment here again. And good to see some new faces, too. Right, well, let's get straight into it this evening, and we can show our newcomers why we call this class the Flab Exterminator. Okay, now, legs apart, breathe in and shoulders back. Hands lightly on the hips, head slowly forward and back, to the side, centre, side, centre. Hands on the shoulders, and circle, and lift, and circle, and lift, and circle, all the way around, and lift, circle, and lift, and circle. Hands on the hips, and stretch to the side for 8, and over, and keep those tummies in, and keep those backs straight. Now stretch, and lift, stretch. Now breathe deeply. Now lift over from the side, over, and stretch. And can you take those shoes off, please, Mrs. Smethurst? They're dangerous. And keep your tummy in.
You sure this is a wise move, Mr. H?
No, not really.
You sign on the bottom there.
Gordon, you're a hero. Remind me to find the time to show my gratitude in a more imaginative way.
If you'd mind waiting over there, Mrs. Buttercup.
There is something you could do for us, actually.
What's that, babe?
Stand godmother to our Jessica.
Me? Godmother? Oh, she'll wonder what she's ever done to deserve it.
There's a great deal of things that Donna and I want for her. Being conventional isn't top of the list.
Do you want to know something, Gordon? I just might take you up on that.
Where's the fur bag?
Dogs is extra.
How much extra?
50 quid.
50 quid?
Well, food, kennelling, nothing but the best in police custody.
Yeah, we've heard all about that.
Gordon.
Cash. I'm afraid so. Busy Beagle. Beagle! Receipt, Mr. Harris. All right, Queenie. Would you like to accompany me to the canine suite? It's not your colour. Chin up, Jumpy.
Oh, God. I feel like I've been run over by a truck.
All right, love. I didn't know you were into keep fit. Hey, I'm glad you weren't in my class. I haven't been for 3 weeks. You'd have made us feel dead unfit. Oh, hello, love.
Oh, you're joking.
Oh, my God.
Well, anyway, so I said to him, I don't know what you see in her. She's got a face like a cat's twat and an arse like a juggernaut's backside. But if you think I'm taking second fiddle to that, that's degrading.
And what did he say?
He
He said, oh, we can't just dump her, can he? Well, there's a kids to sort out and who gets the house. I said, I don't want the house, not the state she's got it done up in. We're better off finding ourselves somewhere else, I said. Leave her to twiddle her neck curtains. Well, I want brand new.
Well, I don't blame you. I said the same to Ray.
Oh, and how's he this morning? Still got a cob on?
Oh, we started on again last night. Why can't I wait? Why can't I leave it a bit?
Selfish get.
Says he don't want a baby yet. Says he's got 2 screamers already and that's enough for anyone. Hey, I've been thinking though.
What?
Well, I might just jump the pill and not tell him. Then when I get pregnant, I can say it was all a mistake and it'll be too late for him to do out about it then.
Yeah, why don't you? Serve him well, right? Selfish pig. Every woman's got a right to kids.
Well, that's what I think. Anyway, I'm dead fed up in the hairdressers. I was only looking in mother care last week. Oh, they've got these dead cute little suits for boys.
Oh, stop it. You're making me go all broody. Hey, I think we might go in for a kid, no?
Yeah, why don't you? Then we could go to all them antenatal classes together.
The only thing that bothers me, though...
What?
Well, what it does to your figure.
Oh, yeah, I know, but you can always starve yourself right after it's born.
If you bottle feed, it's all right to do that. Oh, God, I wouldn't be seen dead feeding it myself. I think it's disgusting. What needs do I...
Oh, Kylie for a girl. For boys, I thought perhaps Clint or Dex.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Not bad, eh? Old man's not lost his touch, eh?
No, he's smart, that Dad. And look who's come, look what he's done. He diagrammed with the ozone layer, and he's done all the maths homework for us.
Well, aren't you the lucky pair? Well, what brings you here, then?
Oh, I was just passing. Then I thought I'd drop in. There's no law against it, is there?
None that I know of, no. Don't tell me you're at a loose end. I've just seen Rosie down the gym.
Oh, what are you doing down at the gym?
I thought it was high time I got rid of some of this.
Well, far you're not fat.
You've got a short memory.
Never far. Just bonny.
Well, I wouldn't try that for a compliment with Rosie.
Oh, where? She's a bloody head case about how weight she is. Hey, I've seen more spare than a bloody toothpick.
Have tea?
No.
Oh, no, you'd have had no one to make it for you.
Oh, give over, eh? She can't cook. She's all pushed to shove the right bloody buttons on the microwave.
Dad cooks ace now, Mum. He made a Spanish omelette last week.
Did he? Well, I suppose you brought your appetite with you, then.
Hey, you better watch that lip, you know. Or you find yourself eating Spanish omelette.
Go on, then.
All right, then.
Stella, what's a place like this fetch these days?
I've no idea.
Well, as soon as you've got a minute, I'd get the valuers in.
Valuers? Why would I want to know the value of it?
Well, your mother and I, and I take it we've not led to any erroneous conclusions, we had rather assumed that you'd be moving in with us, and now there's nothing left to keep you here.
Nothing to keep me here. What about the factory?
Factory's down in its feet, girl. There's no future for you here.
I've no plans to move.
How are you going to pay off the creditors? How are you going to settle the wages bill? The overdrafts, a small matter of declining orders.
The place has been very badly run the last few months.
That's something of an understatement, I'd say.
I accept the blame.
Oh, no, you laugh.
I shouldn't have taken so much in trust. I should have kept a tighter watch. Well, all that's going to change. From now on, the place answers to me.
There's still the small matter of the debts.
I could have the place back on its feet within 6 months.
Creditors won't wait 6 months, lassie. You're a bad risk.
Am I?
Well, not you personally, but...
Yes, me personally, Dad. Am I a bad risk? Are you saying you won't stand guarantor for me?
Sweetheart. You know as well as I do, you'd be better off in Glasgow with us. If you want another firm up there, by all means, we'll get you something sorted out. But leave this place to it, eh? Make a clean break. You deserve better.
But I don't want better. I want this. And if you're not prepared to be involved, well, I'll remortgage the house if necessary.
Well, I think that's going to extremes. He must have left you a tidy pile in insurance.
Left us nothing.
He what?
He left us nothing. It's all spoken for. And before you say anything, Dad, I'll deal with it myself.
You'll do nothing of the sort.
I'll deal with it myself.
Now, don't argue with your daddy, lad.
You want this place on the market, the company into liquidation, a fresh start back home where you belong.
I don't want a fresh start. I don't need a new house, and I don't need this earache.
Now, don't you raise your voice in front of your mother.
Look, Dad, I'm nearly 30 and I've got 2 kids of my own, so stop acting like you can still send me to my room.
You have no right to speak to your daddy like that.
I wish you could see yourself. I wish you could stand there and watch. He treats you like a paid skivvy with the intellect of a tea towel, and you stand smiling while he wipes his feet all over you. Okay, that's your choice. But mine is not to take any more of this shit. God, now what's the matter?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just don't think it's necessary. I don't see why we should sit here and listen to language.
What language?
You know perfectly well what language. The S word. That is not an expression we use in this family.
Really? You should stand next to my dad at Ibrox sometimes. Or better still, you should have been here last week when he had his wee chat with Rex. It would have been quite an education for you.
Well, if your father saw fit to use language, he must have had a very good reason for it. But I can promise you he would never do that in front of me.
He never screwed his secretaries in front of you. Does it make it all right because you can't see it?
You will apologize to your father for that remark.
I can't, Mama, and I'm not sorry for it.
Oh. Where did you pick that up?
Trial and error. More errors than hot dinners to begin with.
Very impressive.
No, I've really got into it. These poor sods are my guinea pigs.
Oh, not Rosie?
Oh, why? Get her to eat out besides black coffee and bloody slimming biscuits. Hey, it's like living with a bloody chipmunk. I saw in paper about your boss and that. Must be a bit dicey at work, is it?
Oh, yeah, he's left us a right dog's breakfast to clear up. I mean, God knows where we'll be by the end of next week.
So what are you going to do?
Find something else to do. I'm a skilled worker now, you know.
Well, you always were, love.
Barbara! Stella! It's the police!
Thanks, Sergeant. You mind if we come in, love? Only it's a bit tricky.
What is it?
It's about your husband's car, Mrs. Buckley. I know PC Beagle here told you it was all cut and dried, and that we were just awaiting forensic tests to establish the cause of death. Well, he was speaking out of turn a bit. The fact is, we've combed the car inside and out, and dragged the leg. We can't find the body.
You mean it was so badly damaged it couldn't be recognized?
What I mean is, madam, Mr. Buckley's body wasn't found in the car or in the leg.
Where the hell is he then?
Well, we believe he'd gone out of the car before or after it entered the water, sir.
He isn't dead.
Well, if he is, let's just say he didn't die in the car.
But where, I mean...
I'm afraid we're still trying to find that out, madam. He's completely gone to ground. But we have every reason to believe he's still very much alive.
give herself a heart attack. Sick over. She's not old, you know. 33 is only middle age. Mind you don't overdo it, Mum. You'll rupture something. If you have to go in a wheelchair, I'm not pushing you.
Don't worry, I won't embarrass you. Oh, crikey.
What names to give this child?
Very nice get-up for a godmother. Couldn't agree more. I think she was auditioning for Blackpool Illuminations.
I'm sure our Gordon's got nothing to do with it. But Donna's got some very strange ideas about etiquette. She worked right up to that child being born, you know.
I should say I do know. My Bernard was placed in a very awkward position. He actually had to...
Oh, don't mean to be saying with him, but actually...
He's never been the same since.
Oh, I should think not.
Well, love,
You've finally got what you've always wanted. That's it.
Oh, fine. Fine. Lovely.
It's open!
Bloody hell's that?
Oh, wow, we get this palaver every morning. Think she's a bloody guru.
We'll save for tomorrow night, though.
Oh, aye. Madam's got some keep fit class or other. Keep her out of the house.
Uncle Doug, you two still here?
The job centre's not open yet.
Hey, look a joke a cop, will ya?
Good idea, I could murder a brim. The earache I've caught this morning. How's that? Dad, is my mum not well, son?
Will you zip it? Get us another piece of toast.
That's me still soft doctors.
Hello? Why can't we have carbolic like we used to?
Because carbolic is derived from animal fats and contains additives and toxic chemicals.
See? I know. Have you seen all the books she's been buying? It's like alive in there.
What bloody books are these, then? She could stuff that for a kick-off. Listen, if you're that short of something to do, I can find you a few better underpants that need patching.
What's this, Dad? Raising self-awareness in work with women and girls.
I've no idea. When she starts getting big ideas about herself, she'll be aware of my boot across her backside. You think you've got problems? At least you don't went to bloody contortion, eh?
Better come, next door's dog's got into greenhouse again.
Oh, me bloody fuchsias! I'll kill the pig! Right, you two, shift your asses! Come on, wait for me, now!
It's not on, you know. They let it leave its doings all over his petunias.
Oh, do you mind, Avril? You're polluting my comfort zone.
Don't look very comfy, not like that.
This is a half lotus, Avril, and comfort becomes irrelevant when your ultimate goal is inner peace.
I wouldn't mind any sort of peace. My head's rattling, all them bloody pills doctor's been shoving me.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't need to take pills if you got in tune with your body's own natural rhythms.
Oh, aye, is that what they call it now? I'd dealt with bloody crownies if I started twisting myself into God knows what contortions.
I'd be surprised, Avril. It's very attractive to men, a woman with her own sense of vitality.
He's over Pauline. He's forgotten the meaning of the word since he had the big op.
Then you must take the blame, Avril. If a woman is unattractive to men, she is first and foremost unattractive to herself.
You'll get your comeuppance, madam.
hours.
Well, look what they've done. Can't we do out about it?
Not much chance of that. It's all official now. Right, well, I've done the post. One cheque for £67.54p. Rest is bills.
Do you still think we're going to shut down, Norma?
Not if I can help it. At least not for the next 2 weeks. How about that?
We got an order?
Just the one at present, but I'm hoping it's the first of many.
Really?
If I can just persuade a few people to have a bit of confidence in us again. Which won't be all that simple.
Found what you were looking for?
Don't be like that, Stella. I'm only trying to help.
I'll deal with it myself.
Look, Stella, I don't think it's quite that simple. Do you realise what your husband involved you in? Raising capital in companies that don't exist. Falsification of documents. Now, that is a matter of serious fraud.
I'm aware of that.
And do you really expect the police to believe that your husband used your name to raise capital without ever mentioning the fact to you?
There was a lot of things he forgot to tell me, Dad.
Yes, well, I can tell you this has been a great shock to your mother. We're not used to doings of this sort.
Look, Dad, I don't need this. He disappears, he ditches his family, he leaves me up to my eyes in debt, and yet I have to stand here and hear how it affects you.
But look, Stella, you don't have to do anything. I'm just intrigued to see how you're going to talk your way out of this little fiasco. But don't imagine that we want to get involved. Oh, no. We know when we're well out of it.
Oh, well, here we go again. Another week's wondering whether we're coming or going. I wish they'd tell us where we are. I mean, if this place is shutting down, I want to go out and get another job.
Oh, don't tell me you're short of a few coppers, love. I'd have thought you divorced women were raking it in all the maintenance they keep giving you.
You should try it for size. It helps to have a sick sense of humour.
Hey.
Morning,
Morning.
Essie. What's all this?
Oh, my books.
Training up for mastermind?
Raising self-awareness and work with women and girls.
Here we go.
Hey, I said, the only awareness I can use right now is where my next wage packet's coming from.
Well, my feeling is that once you're in touch with your own real value, you don't have to worry about your future. You know, there's always going to be a market for your capabilities.
Or at your age, love, a life subscription to the job centre. You.
Say. I wish I knew where that bugger had stashed himself.
But you're not the only one, love. Doesn't surprise me. I had him sus years ago.
I wish you'd known. You've just got yourself a job at Scotland Yard.
Oh, hello. Here he comes, the speaking clock.
Right, ladies, it's quite simple. We've an order coming today worth 2 weeks solid graft. Now, it's a rushed job.
Aren't they all?
And speaking frankly, and not to put too fine a point on it, the future of this company depends, so to speak, on us getting this order out on time and without delay. If we manage it, well, we might. Just keep going another couple of weeks. If we don't...
Don't tell me. The golden handshake, the carriage club.
So, if you just like to get this place shipshape again, let's see if we can't beat our own astonishingly high production records.
All right, Mommy, will be.
Yes, I'm fine. I'm fine. Don't give me that. I have got my eyes in, you know. Which one is it? Him at home or him that's done a dusty? It's Colin. Is he all right? Not ill, is he? No, I don't think so. Well, hasn't he said? That's just the point. How do you mean? He doesn't speak. He hasn't spoken since that night. How the frick do you communicate then? We don't. Oh, he's out fishing most nights, and when he comes in, he goes straight upstairs. When he wants something, he leaves me a note. I've had my own tea back, Lisa. He's off his caking game. Oh, no. No, I don't think he is. Have you tried talking to him? Oh, yes. But he can only persist so long. Still, it serves its purpose. You know, punishing me. Making him feel as if he's in charge. I can hardly begrudge him that, Queenie. I just wish he'd call it a day.
When was the last time you had a night out?
Oh, I don't feel like going out.
I can see that, can't I? You've been starved with the bright lights. You're beginning to wither down the seams.
Well, don't look at him. I wouldn't dream of taking us out, not even before.
Yeah, well, maybe it's time someone gave him a sharp jab to the giblets. Does he still pick it up from where?
Oh, yeah. That's a joke. He's always there, silent but deadly.
Well, I've got news for him.
What?
Tonight, he's going out down at Pippo's Pizzeria.
Oh, no, I don't think so.
Oh, yeah, me and Chunky are treating you. Queenie, you know my motto. Never take no for an answer and never look at gift doors in the gobble.
There's something wrong with your eyes?
I mean, after work.
Oh, look, I'm busy, you know. I've got all my tools before I do my homework.
Just for half an hour.
I can't afford the aggro either. You keep getting double heavy on me and trying to grab me, don't you?
But I'm missing you.
Look, I said, didn't I? Wait while I've done my exam.
You don't understand. I sort of
What?
love you. Sort of. Do you love me?
Yeah, you're all right.
I might tell her tonight.
Who?
Your mum. See about us like. You gonna tell her?
Oh, why, yeah. I'm going to go in begging for a fat lip and my eardrums ruptured.
Yeah, but we'll have to tell them sometime. I mean, mine ain't gonna be well shoved this year. I can't stand all this sneaking about. I mean, it's doing me nerves.
Yeah, well, if I don't get my exams right, I'm going to do your skull in and data post it to your mum. Hi, Norma.
Hiya. Is there a problem, Simon?
Yeah, mega.
Don't tell me. You're pregnant.
Very funny.
They're all right, lads. They're double juvenile sometimes, aren't they?
I'm afraid they are, yeah. Right. Messages.
Yeah.
Who's for it first, then? Mr. Tops, I think.
How have you been doing this week?
Look, another £3. How about you?
I've not been using the bathroom scales. I can always sense my weight. It's an instinctive thing with me. Oh. I'm really more into yoga at the moment. I find it more compatible with my natural body rhythms.
Hey, all right.
ran 2 miles on Sunday afternoon. What, all at once?
So don't pick your nose, don't take your teeth out. All mention lakes, married men, extramarital bonking, 1 and 3 divorces, and the pros and cons of castration, all right?
Hey, I don't need this, you know. I could be down the allotment getting me harvested.
What have I told you? Sling that friggin' weed. You don't want drug trafficking on the end of your criminal record. I want it junked first thing in the morning.
This bloody quality stuff. I've got orders halfway to Trafford Bar. Hey, do you think your mates might fancy a roller? I brought me samples.
The only thing that's going to roll is your skull from here to Skelmersdale. Look, when in doubt, keep 2 parts shut. Otherwise, you'll be talking about castration from a personal point of view.
So what's bloody new?
Do it?
God, I'm pagged. I feel as if my frigging brain's doing sit-ups. You stick in there, do as your body tells you. As a matter of fact, love, I think it's instinctively trying to tell me to junk in the leotard and just have a little night out. And, does it give you any idea of location? Or is it leaving that to instinct and all? Well, I've got a few ideas up my sleeve. Of course, they're not cheap, but then quality never does come cheap, does it? How'd you fancy it? I can hardly wait.
Is it?
Hello. You short of chairs then?
I'll just stop and drop round and see the kids.
Me too.
Oh, I'll do it, eh?
You, been to aerobics then?
Yep.
What's it like, that beginner's class?
Oh, I wouldn't know. I've been in intermediate for the last fortnight.
Looking bloody fit, you know.
I feel fit.
Suits you. Reminds me of like you with your scalp. Bet you could still get into that white bikini you used to wear.
Oh, yeah. That would be a sight for sore eyes.
You're right, what? I'm seeing it now.
Ray, what do you think you're playing at?
What do you mean?
You got that paper off the start. I mean, why don't you hop off home with Rosie and give her a few tips on technique?
I don't fancy it. I fancy you.
I'm sorry, I'm out of bounds.
Don't mess me about, Gel.
Ray, you've taken your pick, you've made your choice. I mean, don't come whinging to me now, it's cost you more than it's worth.
Who says it has?
Have you seen your face lately?
Oh, you like Rosie?
Oh, did you?
Hey, there's nothing wrong with her, you know. She's fit. She's a smart gear. She doesn't answer back.
Oh, sounds right up your street then, Ray. Looks like you both got what you deserve. Hey, why don't you lend her my white bikini?
Hey, bloody good stuff, this gelati mixed away, mate.
Oh. Everything in moderation, I prefer. Otherwise, you never know where it might lead to.
You better make the best of it. Don't do fancy scranning strange ways.
Hey, give over, you're spoiling me appetite.
When's the case due?
Couple of months. Junkies. I'm bloody innocent, right?
I was innocent as a bloody Paul.
Well, that's going to wash and cold.
I was bloody set up, wasn't I?
Well, that's what you get for mixing with trash.
I thought he was me mate. Bloody kid. Bloody snide ass. You can't even trust your own ma these days. Like man and wife, we were that close. And you wouldn't credit it, would you?
Had any whoppers lately?
Sorry?
Fishes. Pisces. Of course, any sharks.
Oh. Oh, no. No, I don't go in for it that much these days. You know, you lose interest, don't you? I've still got my rods and that, but... Well, the fish don't bite the way they used to.
Hey, queer do about that fella, eh?
What fella?
Gone to ground like he has. Hey, he must have been up to his neck in shite to do a dusty like that. Sounds like a bloody head case to me. I reckon there might be something wrong in school. What do you reckon, mate?
Who's this fella then?
You know, what's his name? Boss of theirs. Doing the old Houdini number.
He means Rex.
Well, there's no great mystery there, is there? The man's immoral. I mean, that's so they don't think twice about taking the easy option.
Hey, did you know him a bit then?
I met him the odd couple of times. But I know the type. Bloody lethal.
Do you think I should do the language next or computers?
Sorry.
My tutor, right? He keeps saying to us that a secretary is the most important job in an organisation. He says that we're right at the pulse of where it's all happening. But I said to him, how come, right, if we're that important, we get paid shrapnel and treated like gonks? And he said that our satisfaction came from knowing we served them who's got the power. But I said to him, I don't want to be serving people till I'm 50. What if I want some of the power myself?
What did he say?
He said I was on the wrong course.
He's probably right.
No, right, but I want to find out what I'm good at. Because, like, at home, right, they keep saying, you know, that I should, like, jack it in. Because I'll only get married. And then what would be the point in having loads of qualifications? It'll only make my husband feel inferior, and blokes don't like that. But I want to get stuck in like you. And maybe one day I could end up running a firm. Do you think I could?
Well, if you do, I hope to God it's in a better state than this one.
Well, what do you think I should do next then? Language or computers?
Why don't you try bookkeeping?
Well. Proper little gossip shop we got going in here.
Was it something in particular, Bernie?
Mr. Buckley used to do his rounds at this time. I thought perhaps it had slipped your mind.
Thanks, Bernie. I was just on my way. How's it going?
Dora, do you know anything about PCBs?
Well, what seems to be the problem? I don't know where you dug this order up from, but I can see why there are no rush for volunteers to take it on.
What do you mean? Graph design door. Holes shoved in all over the show.
I could just shed some light on it for you, look. Holes for components, non-aligned, shooting off all over the place. Bloody nuisance holds the job up something fearful. I mean, most places wouldn't accept a piece of junk like this. Still, you want to know, love? Not really a territory, is it?
To remind you to tell Mrs. Buckley about last week's production figures.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Mrs. Buckley, please. Oh, she's not. Well, I don't know, Mr. McKechnie. You might be able to help. leave that till tomorrow if you like, Ariadne.
I was expecting more of a shambles.
Sorry to disappoint you.
Oh, no, that's all to the good. If I can leave you in charge just a bit longer, I'm sure we can find some poor wee sucker to snap the place up.
What, you mean sell it?
Oh, too true, my lass. You didn't think I was planning to saddle myself for this dog's breakfast, did you?
But what about the jobs? The girls? They're hand-picked workers, they're good, they've families to support.
Look, now, you're still very young, so let me spell it out for you, hmm? I have no interest in this place. In fact, if it wasn't for my daughter, I wouldn't have touched it with a pitchfork. It's cost me from day one. And now God knows how much out of pocket. So don't you give me any sob stories about your wee lasses in the line being out in the street, eh?
I'm not a sentimentalist, Mr. McKechnie. I'm a businesswoman.
Oh, well, I'm relieved to hear that.
Perhaps you'll do me the courtesy of looking through these sheets of figures I've prepared.
So if Poppy vomits, it all escapes down the perforations and doesn't choke her. But then I noticed, at the edge of the mattress, there weren't any perforations. So I got the nail scissors and I cut it full of little perforations. So if Poppy wants to vomit at the side of the cot, she won't suffocate.
Oh, dear, Lord. Such a lot of bother, such a lot of trouble. I suppose you're still on those disposable nappies, Donna?
Oh, we find them very convenient, don't we, Donna?
Convenient, yes, well, convenient. Well, if convenience is what you're after, there's no more to be said. But you must be terribly rushed off your feet, Donna, so terribly busy not to be able to find a few minutes to put a few terries in to soak in a bucket. You are all in terries, you know. They are the best. If you can just make the effort, they're much kinder on babies behind. But these days, I don't know. No one seems to want to know what a baby has to say. At least where convenience has top priority.
If convenience was top priority, I doubt if we'd have had Jessica at all.
Where are you going?
It's a surprise.
You're always going out.
Well, so are you.
Yeah, I know, but that's different.
Oh, I thought it might be.
I'd like to know where you are.
I'm not going to run away, you know. Hey, you won't get rid of me that easily. Oh, poor little soul. I don't feel that thing can be good for a child's back. Oh, she should be lying flat on her back in a pram. She'll have curvature of the spine before she's a year old. Oh, poor little soul.
Mother.
Oh, and it must be so tiring for poor Donna, all this demand feeding. You know, I think you girls are so brave. The way you insist on all this breastfeeding when all these wonderful formula milks about. Delia's been a martyr to that Poppy, haven't you, love? Feed her whenever she lets out a squeak. And how she's suffered, hasn't she, Clive?
Mm.
First of all, she was engorged, weren't you, Pam?
No, Mummy, it was cracked nipples.
You were transfigured with pain. How have your nipples been, Donna?
I'm sorry.
I think they've been champion, haven't they, Donna? Not a whiff of bother.
Actually, they've been excruciating. Sort of GBH by a hoover with teeth.
Well, you never mentioned that.
Have you thought of expressing? I'm sorry. Oh, it's an absolute godsend. Changed our lives, isn't it, Clive?
Mm.
All you do.
Mm.
Is pump in and out, backwards and forwards. You'd have a try now if you like.
Oh, no, a little later, perhaps.
Are you sure that thing's sterilised? It doesn't look very hygienic to me. But I suppose you modern mums feel it's not worth the bother.
Hello, you've woken up Madam with all this talk of food. All right, yeah. Mummy's going to feed you, all right. Over you go. There you are, Donna.
You must be very thrilled, Donna.
Yes, I realised that.
Sorry?
Well, I mustn't I? I couldn't possibly be bored or shattered or weepy or downright pissed off because that's not how the perfect new mother behaves, is it?
Donna, I don't think there was any call for that.
Oh, I dare say you don't. I dare say you don't think there's any call for anything except rosy smiles and blooming faces. Well, I'm very sorry, Gordon, I can't oblige.
Donna.
Actually, in case anyone's remotely interested, I feel completely isolated, utterly miserable and totally insignificant.
Motherhood. It's the most significant job you'll ever have.
Yes, Gordon, you might be right, but at the moment all I feel is trapped.
Donna, we agreed to put Jessica first.
Oh, yes, I remember that, us agreeing. Except it's only me who's actually doing it. You're away, you're at work, you have company beyond four walls and a baby with his mouth permanently open. You're the same, I know. This used to be Jonah Harris, working wife, church warden, star of the car maintenance class, and now it's Jessica's mother. A movable feast with raw tits, stretch marks, a 12-pound band across the chest, and a growing compulsion for Valium.
We just used to take a nip of brandy and then get on with it. We didn't have all these modern expressions like postnatal depression.
It's hormones, that's what it is. They'll be up and down like Blackpool Big Dipper.
Oh, it's hormones now, is it? That's what they call it now, hormones. The next thing they'll find is just a figment of the imagination. Well, I've never had anything to do with it, I'm afraid. I wouldn't entertain them.
I never knew. You never mentioned it.
You never asked. You've only ever asked how Jessica's been.
A man comes in from a hard day's work. He doesn't want to be bothered with lots of little details about the housework and baby's tummy upset. You should get yourself some tablets, Donna, if it's all getting too much for you.
Well, I think it might be better if you left now.
Oh. You young people, you make it all such hard work for yourselves. You never cried. You're as good as gold. And if you did, a sharp tap on the back of the hand from your daddy's slipper soon put that right. But I suppose they call that child abuse nowadays.
I'll give you a ring, Mum.
Oh, right. Well, let's hear it.
This place has been badly run.
Oh, you can say that again.
For 8 months, it's been losing money. If you stick it on the market tomorrow, what are you selling? Debts. Now, I've been juggling a few figures around. I've spoken to the creditors. I know where to streamline. I know we can get orders coming back if we can just create a bit of confidence. Mr. McKechnie, I can put this place back on its feet in 6 months, at the end of which you can sell it or you can stick with it. Either way, what have you got to lose?
Well, well. You're a bit of a dark horse, haven't you? Maybe I'd better have another wee drink.
Feel better for that?
Marginally. I'm not convinced if I'd known what I was letting myself in for, whether I'd ever have bothered.
Donna. You know how much you wanted her. How desperate you were.
Yeah. Well, I'm desperate enough now, aren't I? I want to go back to work.
Ooh, I could get used to this. I feel as though this is my scene. You know, I've always felt that I was cut out for better things. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've never filled my potential.
When you say better things, then I presume you mean better than Frankie?
Oh, don't get me wrong. I mean, I think the world of him. But he's just... You see, when you're developing yourself as a person, like I am, you start to see other people's limitations.
Not all. So, you'd not mind if you skedaddled off with that Maureen, then?
I know this is hard to credit, but you see, love, when you're in touch with your own worth, you're above petty things like jealousy and possessiveness.
That's handy.
Oh, I'm a different person since I discovered who I really am. Oh, no, I'm Margarita. See, Joe, 2 weeks ago I might have been flattered. Today, I can see it in perspective. I am a very attractive woman, and men naturally are looking for ways of expressing it.
Oh, Maureen. I think you better come in.
Are you sure it's all right?
Oh, I hope so. The kids are out playing pool, and Madam shifted a great backside round to her mum's for the evening.
Well, you can't be too careful, can you?
That's my motto too, Maureen. That's my motto too.
I think the word's abandoned, to be perfectly accurate.
Lizzie must be bloody mental.
She. I came with a friend who's since got herself otherwise engaged.
Seems like we're both in the same boat at the creek without
Someone not turned up?
Oh, no, it's not...
It's not very likely all the way from Ireland.
Oh, what are you doing over here?
Oh, working.
I know, don't tell me. I'm surprised you stopped here. Most of the fellas go all the way down south. Women down there must have a field day.
Sounds like you lost out to them yourself.
Oh, only my husband. So, Keir, she's from up here herself. Moved down south to get a better deal, and my husband turned out to be part of the package.
Sorry.
It's the way it goes.
Still only sleep over anything?
Not anymore. Well, maybe the odd 40 winks.
Would you like a drink?
Oh, are you sure?
Yeah.
I'll have gin and bitter lemon, please.
Do you not like champagne?
It's not something I've had a chance to acquire the taste for.
Maybe you should start now. Bottle of champagne, please.
So, what's your new job then?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I'll stick at it.
How long have you been over here?
Month.
A month? A month's nothing. Can't run out after a month.
Depends.
Oh, on what?
If I find anything worth staying for.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thanks a lot. Well, that's fixed then. You can sort off back to work whenever you're ready.
Don't joke about it, Gordon. Since when can we afford a nanny?
Who needs a nanny?
Well, we certainly need someone.
You're looking at him.
You can't just give up work. You've just been promoted.
As branch manager. And as branch manager, I've just initiated some pretty useful reforms. Like 6 months paternity leave.
You are kidding.
We're on the phone to old Percival from head office, you know. He's a soft spot for us. Well, I've just persuaded him that we should move with the times, lead the field in equal opportunities, etc., etc.
Oh, you didn't buy it.
Well, he hummed and hawed about it till I told him we could use the publicity. I'll start Monday, behind that sink, with the computer link up to the office on full pay.
Colin, Billy Smith's come to look at the catch. I think they're smashing them, aren't they? You'd be glad you made the effort. Cole? I can't handle much more.
Here, Billy! Come have a look at these, couple of whoppers. We've got to put them in the bath.
Yeah.
Taxi's here, love. Oh, is it that time already? Oh, I hope I'm not intruding or anything.
Oh, I'm sorry. Pauline, Gavin, Pauline. Pleased to meet you, love.
Listen, we better make a move because you know what Frank is like if I'm late back.
Red card job, is it?
Oh, well, the rest. There's yours. Look, I'll get my coat. All right.
Taxi bit.
I thought I'd give you a lift because I'm going that way.
Would you? I mean, yeah, shame to waste good champagne.
Definitely.
But I mean, will you be all right on your own?
Oh, I think I can be trusted not to rape the taxi driver.
Well,
Right then. I'll see you tomorrow.
see you tomorrow then.
Enjoy yourselves.
Bye.
Bravo.
I think he's right in the head.
Hmm?
Be real fun.
You've not seen the new model.
What's so special about it?
Well, if I'm a Cortina, she's a Maserati.
Oh dear. It doesn't make any sense to me at all.
Why not?
You've got too much class for a Cortina.
Saturday night for something to eat.
Yeah. Sounds lovely.
Would we say 8:30?
All right. I might develop a taste for it.
What?
Champagne.
You could do a lot worse.
I dare say.